Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are live. Actually, shoot, shoot, I'll figure that out later. So it has been another eventful day in my line of work, and off to go home, take a nap, and then I will be going to job number 2 for the day. Welcome in. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. So today we are going to talk about why Kamala Harris, the Democrat nominee, even though she was never nominated, the Democrat appointed candidate for president, why she cannot do a press conference. So here are the reasons behind why I feel Kamala cannot do a press conference, and she will not do a press conference until after the Democratic National Convention, and even then it's going to be too far between. Here's the reasons why. So Kamala noticed that, number one, after the first debate with Donald Trump, the former candidate, the one that was actually selected and voted on and put in place by the voters and not by the left-wing nut jobs that control the party, he did his first debate with Donald Trump and failed miserably. Now, one of the things that's on a lot of voters' minds, and it doesn't matter what side of the line you're on, what color you agree with, red, blue, green, purple, magenta, it doesn't matter. One of the biggest concerns is, was she a part of the reason why Joe Biden was still not only in power, but was she also one of the reasons why they were trying to keep him in power? And did she know how bad his cognitive issues were when they went ahead and let him do the press conference? I'm sorry, not press conference, the debate with Donald Trump. Sorry, just trying to get my throat clear. So a lot of people think that she's just as much to blame as the other party leaders, and when Biden failed miserably at that debate, looking like an old, dimension-laid, Depends-wearing grandpa, they decided that, yeah, we need to get him out, and we will propose to do anything and everything we can to get him out, including the 25th Amendment. Facing that type of embarrassment would hurt his legacy, so therefore, what'd they do? They forced him out. And he bowed out gracefully, or I wouldn't call it gracefully, but he bowed out. Thanks for that, Video Power 247. I am going to go get a nap as soon as I get home. I do, but I go from one job, I go home, I suck down some more water, take a nap, wake up, get dressed for my second job, and then I do job number 2 with a monster in hand, and then I go home and spend a little bit of time with my kids before they have to get to bed because they have school the next day. So, yes, that is exactly what I deal with. Thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciated. So she doesn't want to risk being booted out of being appointed the Democrat candidate by the powers that be. So she has to avoid looking like an idiot and avoid damaging her potential following. Yep, hey, I love my kids, they love me, they make me smile. That is the good life. I will agree with you. Sometimes the good life is hard, but you know what? What isn't that you love? What isn't in this life hard that you treasure? That being said, so if she does a press conference, she's going to be embarrassed. because the press is going to ask her all these questions about her record, being appointed the border czar by Joe Biden, being the only vice president that was supposedly in charge of the border that never went to the damn thing, being a vice president that basically did absolutely nothing. No one can seem to name to me an accomplishment from Harris that mattered or that she proposed or even accomplished while the vice president, or when she was the second term vice presidential nominee. Now, because of that, I truly feel that she won't do a press conference. There have been reports, even now. This is how hey, Slay Queen, this is how crazy this is. Her campaign advisors and other people that go on news for her to do interviews, they are being pestered by CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS. They're being pestered by all of them to find out, when is she doing a press conference? When is the press going to get to dig their meaty, shiny, very sharp forks into that piece of meat that Kamala Harris is? Because she is fresh meat. She hasn't been on the trail for very long. She's trying to steal Trump's ideas to make him look like they're hers. This lady's crazy. And I really feel that we have to make sure that she does not get in office by legally voting in Donald Trump. Now, one of the other things that really concerns me, Shelby, I will tell you this. I think RFK has some interesting ideas. I think if he was willing to do a run underneath the Republican ticket, I think he would garner a lot of support, but I don't think he should try and go against Trump. That is my estimation on that. There's no way he's going to get more than 20% of the vote. And any votes he does get, he's going to take away from Kamala anyway. So there you go. Casey Jones, yes. By fresh meat, I mean, yes, fresh meat. This lady hasn't given a conference yet, hasn't talked to the news, hasn't done a press conference. When she does interviews, they're scripted, just like Joe Biden's were. And Shelby, I don't have an issue with any of his beliefs. I think RFK, like I just said 10 seconds ago, has some really great ideas. But at the same time, you have to look at who he's running against. He's running against a Democrat appointed candidate, not nominee. She was not nominated by anybody. She was appointed by the parties that be. Yeah, I agree. RFK's voice is a little hard to listen to. But I understand, he's had issues in the past, and that's, just what he's dealing with. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Kamala is, in my mind, what are you doing, jackass? Let's go. I got places to go, people to see. Move. Yes, I do consider Kamala fresh meat because she has not done anything. When she does talk at a mic, all she does is repeat and relay messages that have already been said, or she steals someone else's ideas to try and make them her own. I don't know what to say, but she's a fraud. She is fresh meat. Now, when it comes to why she won't do a press conference, she'll be embarrassed. She'll expose how ignorant she is, and she will show whatever, Shelby. And she will show that she is not ready for this job as president. Now, I will say that when she went into the debates with Joe Biden, she gave him some zingers. But she also took a lot of fire as well, like the fact that when she was a DA, and she's already stated that she would be a lawyer president, she did a lot of stuff that is not kosher. And she is, Shelby, I think you're misunderstanding me. So again, let me state this again. Make sure you got your hearing aid turned up, Shelby. Make sure you're listening. You're focused. Okay. I do not have a problem with RFK. Not one bit. I like some of his ideas. However, because of the momentum behind Trump, he will not win, and he does not stand a chance. The best he's going to do is take votes from Kamala, and that's it. Exactly, Casey Jones. That's exactly my point. And the only reason they put her in play is because they didn't want to refund all the PAC money they had that had Joe Biden and her name on it, so they appointed her the candidate. So, for example, I think it was August 6th, she was at a rally. I mean, I can't even call what she does a rally, but she said, we're not going to tax tips. Donald Trump said that back in June. So she's trying to steal other people's ideas. Number one. Number two, she tries to double talk all the time, and she makes herself look ignorant. And I'm sorry, I don't like to use this word in my own language because I try to keep my kids from saying it, but she looks stupid. She makes herself look very stupid when she is not reading from a teleprompter. When she tries to ad-lib, the children of the community are the children of the community. It means that the community has a whole bunch of children. I mean, she looks fucking stupid. Pardon my French. Again, Shelby, you are a riot. I'm glad you turned your hearing aid up. You didn't make a comment against the same thing that I'd already said 3 times. So that's a plus. That's improvement. I like it. It's improvement. And the other part that really scares me is her vice presidential pick. This Walls guy is a complete nut job. Couldn't find the truth if it was stuck to his chin, and loves to over embellish about anything and everything he says Trump is going to do. For example, he said Trump is going to ban abortion nationwide. Already been proven false multiple times on Trump's party platform. Y'all are a trip. And he has stated he's going to leave it up to the states. Hey, Casey, be nice. Oh, God. Number 2, he's going to ban IVF, in vitro fertilization. He's already said that he's going to, whatever he can do, he's going to do it so he can expand it beyond what it currently is, so more people have access to it, because having kids is a good thing. Number 3, he's not going to take away Medicare. He's not going to destroy Medicare. Donald Trump is going to protect Medicare and make it better. Oh my gosh. Well, then, Shelby, that explains a lot why you like RFK. So let me see if I have this right, Shelby. The reason why you would choose RFK over Donald Trump is because you don't like the way he talks the truth. You don't like it when he throws insults. And you think that he's just a very grotesque person, because the way you were raised, if you talk like that, your parents would whoop your butt, and you'd not be able to sit down for a week, as your parents would have probably said. So I can honestly tell you that, Shelby, one of the things you need to do Shelby, what I think you need to do is I think you need to understand that it's not about what people say, and I'll agree with you, it's not even how people sound, it's what they do. RFK doesn't have a track record. RFK has done nothing for this society but be connected to a long line of people with the name Kennedy for a last name. Now, that's not a bad thing or a good thing. I'm neutral. But Donald Trump, when he was in office, we had the most business, the economy grew, more people were employed than ever, and he reduced taxes, inflation, right to try, so we can get experimental medications on the shelf for people who have terminal diseases so they can try and live. And that one right there, that meant a lot to me, because at the time, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in October of 2018, halfway through President Trump's term. My mom changed a bunch of things in her personal life to help make her healthier while fighting cancer. And I believe those changes and the grace of God, she survived. The cancer was gone 3 months later. 2 months later. She was diagnosed October 28th of 2018. She was deemed clear of cancer December 28th, 2018. Now, was her chemotherapy experimental? I don't know. I don't have a right to say, because I didn't go to chemo with her. I was still trying to, work and take care of my kids. But I know that I did take her to vitamin C infusion appointments a lot, and that did help through her cancer treatment, and I believe that's one of the reasons why she's alive today. I didn't say anything on whether or not he was political. What I'm saying is he doesn't have a track record. I think, Shelby, what you're focused on is everybody likes people's ideas. Great, they're ideas. But can they put them into play? Can they make them happen? Can they make them reality? To make them reality, number one, you got to get elected, which RFK doesn't have a shot in hell. At least not this time. Now, in 2028, if RFK is still around and he wants to run again, hell, you know what? I'd support an RFK Alex Jones ticket. You put those two on a ticket, I'd vote for that in a heartbeat. Because both of them are focused on exposing the truth. I'd be okay with that. Jones, Kennedy Jones, 2028. I'm all for that. I think Trump, Elon would not be a good idea, and here's the reason why. I love Elon Musk, but if you had to put him in a press conference, I think a lot of people would take his stutter, which he does have a stutter, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Just hear me out for a second. I think that Elon Musk, I don't think he wants to get political. I don't think he would ever even attempt it. Now, I really wanted Tucker Carlson as the VP, and if not Tucker Carlson, I wanted Vivek Ramaswamy. I think he would have been a better candidate than Vance, However, I think Trump is trying to get more middle class people that are not voting for him to vote for him. So that's why he chose Vance, because Vance is already a recognized name with the book he wrote and the movie that was based on the book. I love Tucker's laugh. You're correct on that, Casey. But Trump's trying to expand his horizons. He's trying to get it out there further so he can get more people to vote, so we can make this too big to rig. Because I really feel the Democrats are going to do whatever the hell they can to make it so Trump doesn't win. And if that means cheat, yes, I do think they will cheat. Honestly, all I gotta say, chat, is we need to focus on where our country's going. Sorry. And we need to not focus on past instances. But if you want to focus on the past, let's look at the things that Trump did to make this country better. I shouldn't have to go through all the things. I've got a list of over 200 items that Trump did. And the things he did helped every member of our society in one way or another. They helped every race in our society one way or another. And whether or not people like how he says it, he's going to say it the way he wants to say it. And the one fact I want to leave everybody with, because I am almost home, is you got to realize Trump didn't need this. Trump didn't have to run. Trump was cool with everybody in Hollywood. Everybody in New York loved him. He was cool and amazing. Everybody loved the guy. Yeah, he could be a pompous ass at times, but they still loved him. Now everybody hates him because the news media lies about him. They say falsehoods, and they talk about how he's so much of a racist that before he ever ran for president, he was loved by almost any and every black person out there, and he was one of their icons they looked up to. You cannot tell me that the news media is on the side of the Democrats. Yes, there are a couple channels like Newsmax and Fox News, but they are neutral leaning right at best. Newsmax, I think, is a lot better than Fox News, but that's just that's how I feel. I don't really feel that Fox News really serves a purpose anymore besides spouting talking points that people want to talk about to further their own money intake. That being said, guys, I would encourage you to check out a guy by the name of Benny Johnson. Used to work for Newsmax, and now he has his own media organization. He is on YouTube, and he does a show every day, approximately 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock, I can't talk. 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. He is a great guy from what I have seen. He's a loving father, a devoted husband, cares a lot about his family, and he does what he has to make ends meet. Right now, that's being a political commentator / news reporter. I would encourage you to go look at his most recent video. No, this is not me. I don't get a kickback for this. Let me just put that out there. I do not get a kickback for this, but I will state that you should check out his most recent videos that were released today, especially his live stream he had at 9 o'clock this morning. It's very interesting to know that police cars were used to drop off the pipe bombs for January 6th, and yet they don't know who the pipe bomber is. Think about that. January 6th was a setup by the federal government and Democrats and the trolls of Washington to try and ruin Trump so he would not be reelected. And because of that, they succeeded. He wasn't reelected. But all the truth is starting to come to light now. And people are realizing that Donald Trump wasn't lying. They cheated. They participated in open election interference, which caused him to lose 2020, but he will win 2024. And I really hope that this time around, he takes the gloves off. I want this term for President Donald Trump to be a bare knuckle fighting match surrounded by barbed wire lit on fire. That's what I want to see as a Trump voter this time around. And I think we're going to get that. I don't think Trump is going to pull any punches this time. And once he gets into office, he's going to do everything he wanted to do the first term, and he's going to expand upon it tenfold in the second term. So, that being said, guys, I am about to pull up to my home in beautiful Colorado and go take me a nap before I go to job number 2. So I will bid you adieu. Thank you guys for spending the one commodity that we only have a limited amount of, and that is time. Thank you for spending that time with me. We can't get it back. We can't earn more, and we sure as hell can't ask for a refund. RL, I'm not unemployed, but you can say that if you'd like. I'm going to go home after working job number 1 and take a nap and then go work job number 2. But hey, because if I wasn't employed, how would I be able to afford the gas powering the car to take me to and from my jobs? Wow. That being said, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 2:30. Peace out.